incredible.
Greetings and salutations to all of my Smash Tourney community. I hope everybody is doing really well on this Tuesday. Jamming out to a little bit of Sonic Lost World Windy Hill Zone in that intro there. Let me pull up the game volume here. Let me say hello to everybody. We got a lot of early entrants today, which you'll love to see because we got a lot of money on the line tonight. Welcome into Jaguar, who was actually the first person to sponsor. Not actually the first chatter necessarily, but Jaguar is here. We got an actual Spiderer, we got Gigantic Pingu, we got Septo, we got Thermal Pollution, who did randomly pick and did predict Kazuya Mishima, which is actually a great sponsor. I think that was a lucky random. Hyperactive BS also going for the random sponsor and got Richter, another good one. As we see, we've got two people sponsoring Richter tonight. Gamey Katie did say first and actually did claim first, so congratulations to Gamey Katie. Welcome in as well. Why'd you gamble on stream, Gamey Katie? That's a great question as well. For those of you not in the loop, Katie did get banned on TikTok for streaming a little bit of slot machines in Big Mother Truckers? I don't remember what it's actually called, but in any case, hopefully she'll be back soon enough. But Developer Rowan, welcome into you as well. We got Prince Anime who's here, and of course Gigantic Pingu with that 17-month subscription. I very much appreciate your continued support, especially throughout the hiatus that we took. BP, welcome into you as well. I feel like this is gonna be BP's night. It's been like a month since BP got a win. I feel like BP's here to actually claim a victory tonight. Also, welcome in first time chatter, the Going Gold. I'm happy to have you here. I'll explain the rules here shortly if you're not already familiar with them, but happy to have you here. And then that looks like we got everybody that's participating so far. But I'll obviously give you guys a few extra minutes in case, obviously, anybody comes in these next 4 minutes. But fun tournament tonight. We got good prize deferments from everybody who won last week. Gigantic Pingu, I think, and Gamey Katie, Soul XOXO, and I don't remember who else won. I apologize. But I appreciate, maybe it was Jaguar, I don't remember, but I appreciate everybody for rolling over the prizes. That means that tonight we are going to be giving away $30 for the grand prize, and we'll also be doing a $10 consolation prize. Not 5 to 2, we'll do $10 to one person that we roll. So obviously stick around to the very end for a chance to win in case you don't win the grand prize. But yeah, I'm glad we're having mustard discussion in the chat. Not something you usually get to see. But it is true, it is very sad that the Big Bella truckers are what did Katie in the end. Alright, get those votes in. So right now, two sponsors for Richter, 2 sponsors for Ike. We actually have a decent number of, well, I was going to say a decent number of sword fighters. I guess it's not that many. We got Toon Link, we got Link, we got Shulk, we got Ike, we got Marth. Bet Hyperactive BS feeling a little bit silly that he didn't sponsor Marth, but it's never too late. Behind the 8 Ball, welcome in. Happy to see you back. Oh, you don't think you were the 4th runner-up? Okay, well, I don't actually fully remember. Maybe it was... Did Prince Anime win the consolation prize? I don't even remember. I just appreciate that everybody rolled it over. Makes it fun, but obviously I never expect that from anybody. I want to give out the money, and that's what we're doing tonight. We got $40 on the line. Actually, technically $60 on the line if we get anybody to go perfect or get the pity prize. Okay, Prince Anime won the raffle. That is who I was forgetting, so thank you, Prince Anime, for deferring. I appreciate it. All right, we got about 2 minutes left. For anybody who's listening in that's new, let me explain the rules real quick. This is Smash Journey. So we got 10 minutes before the stream where you can sponsor a fighter with !S space the number of the fighter that you want to sponsor. You want to sponsor the fighter that you think is going to win the entire tournament. Every match that they win will earn you 3 points, so it's a great way to earn points kind of for free throughout the tournament, as long as you pick a fighter that you think can go deep, if not win it all. That means there's 12 points possible for your sponsored fighter, and then for every single match, we'll give you about a minute beforehand where you can make a prediction. Making a prediction will earn you 1 point, and getting the prediction correct will earn you a second point. So there's 30 total possible points from predictions, 12 from sponsors. The magic number that we want to hit tonight is 42. Nobody's ever hit 42 of 42, but if we get a perfect score, 15 of 15 on predictions, we'll give out an extra $10 to whoever gets a perfect prediction prize, and then we'll also give out an extra $10 to whoever manages to go 0 for 15. So if your night starts poorly and you wanna go for 0 for 15, you could still win some money. And of course, every prediction you make, like I said, does earn you a point. It also earns you 1 entry into the consolation prize raffle. So you can have up to 15 entries into the consolation prize raffle. And tonight that is $10, which is actually normally our main prize. So you could actually earn a little bit of money by just playing along. Never hurts. But you do have to be here at the end in order to claim the consolation prize. So that's the trade-off. But hopefully it'll be engaging enough that you'll want to stick around. Rowan's here for fun. And you love to hear it. Having a couple drinks. Exactly what we need on this warm Tuesday night. All right, we got about 7 seconds here. I'll give you guys a little bit of extra time in case anybody wants to switch their sponsors, in case anybody else feels like dropping their sponsors in. And then we'll get this thing underway, because this is going to be a fun one. Obviously, this is the first tournament in 5, I think, without Incineroar, so no Wrestling Cat available tonight, but we do have Bowser, who has also been in a number of the recent tournaments, and Dark Pit, who's been in a lot of the recent tournaments, and Richter. I have not been choosing these rosters. This has been mostly the Switch randoming it up, so blame the Switch if you don't like the roster. And it looks like we're probably good. Let me switch over to my tournament management screen here. I also got to pop out my Switch real quick. Let me do that. Put that over here. And let's get this show on the road, shall we? Mostly. Yeah, I chose the tournament for the losers gambit mode. I didn't let the Switch random that one, but most of the time the Switch will pick. All right, without further ado, let's close up these sponsorships and let's get right on with the show, shall we? There is no sense in dawdling. And of course, one day I will remember to hide this little chart, which I will hide right now. Okay, so to start things out, we've got an interesting matchup. I'll also bump up the volume. I know it's probably a little bit quiet at the moment, but for our first round, we do have Toon Link versus Yoshi, crafted Yoshi at that. If you think that Toon Link is going to win this matchup, please type !P space 1 or predict space 1 for Toon Link. And if you think crafted Yoshi is going to win this matchup, please type !P space 2 as all of you are familiar. Oh, User Fifi, you just missed the sponsor period. I'm so sorry, but you'll obviously have an opportunity to win here with the predictions. Crappy Yoshi. Many people are saying this. All right, we got 13 votes in to start us out. I don't actually know how many people are playing tonight, but in any case, we'll have a lot of fun, lots of money on the line. Yoshi crapped. All right, only one sponsor represented in this matchup at this moment, and that would be Gaming Katie backing Toon Link, a very, very risky sponsor. I don't think Toon Link has ever gone far in a tournament, but maybe that changes tonight. She did say that she was feeling lucky. We'll have to see if that is true. And I'll give you guys a few more seconds. No, Toon Link will win. Or no Toon Link will win. Depending on how you read that, because there is no comma between no and Toon, I would say that you could be right. All right. 13 votes looks like the magic number for us tonight, so we will probably roll forward whenever we get 13 votes in, unless we get any new participants moving forward. Toon Link has this. We'll see if that's true. It's honestly a closer split than I expected. Toon Link with 5, Yoshi with 8. He's the third best Link. It's a great point. That's a great point. All right. Well, let's close up the predictions for match number 1. This is the classic mode, standard items, no Mardi Gras special items on for this one. And we are going to get started with match number 1. Here we go, Toon Link versus Yoshi. Where are we headed to start things out? Let me put that back up on screen. Ooh, flat zone. Okay, so this is obviously a very small map. I don't know that either of these fighters necessarily have the punching power to hit you into the blast zone early, like we would maybe see if there was a heavyweight fighter in this matchup. So potentially a map that's not too detrimental to either of these fighters. But so far, Toon Link doing a lot of the damage. Using the bombs to his advantage at the moment. The eggs are going to miss for Yoshi for the most part. Assist trophy, which Toon Link thought about getting. And he's actually gonna drop it in the end, thanks to the little flat characters there. Yoshi's gonna get thrown out by Toon Link as Gray Fox gonna make his appearance, and Yoshi's gonna throw out Toon Link. So very similar approach, and wow, we go from a small stage to a massive stage. And the blast zone gonna be a bit hard to reach in this one, so it may come down to damage. So who can do the most damage to the other fighter? And right now, Toon Link is doing all the damage in the second stock at the moment. Assist trophy over on the left side if either fighter wants to go for it. Yoshi's actually gonna take himself into the spikes, which you don't want to see. Both fighters actually getting close to Final Smash. Toon Link maybe has the advantage here. I believe that the Toon Link Final Smash can insta-kill at a high enough percentage. I don't know that the Yoshi Stampede is going to be quite as successful, but you never know. Toon Link going to blow himself up with a bomb. Burrowing Snagret for Toon Link as well. Both fighters have their Final Smash. Who will land it first? Will either fighter even go for it in the first place? Burrowing Snagret completely ineffective. Yoshi going to completely whiff on the Final Smash. Not where you want to be. Burrowing Snagret going to take Yoshi into triple-digit damage. And Toon Link's ticking down on his Final Smash. Will he use it? Yoshi's gonna jump into him, and Toon Link is gonna send Yoshi out of the blast zone during the stage morph. So an incredible performance by Toon Link. No Final Smash necessary. And somehow, some way, Toon Link will move on into the quarterfinals. So the minority of you were, in fact, right at the end of the day. Toon Link will move on, and that renders our leaderboard as such. Gaming Katie in the lead with 5 points, the only one to sponsor in that initial set. And of course, we have 5 people tied for the Precision Prize at the moment through one match. Everybody else currently participating for the Pity Prize if you choose to go for it. Gold, you were absolutely correct. He did get it, and that is going to put you in second place at the moment, obviously. A lot of tournament left to go, and on we go. On we go to match number 2. And matchup number 2 for us is Ken versus Kazuya Mishima. So a battle of the fists in this one. This one, I do believe we have a number of different sponsors. Night Fox, welcome in. It's been a minute. Happy to have you here. Welcome back. just in time for match number 2. Get those predictions in. If you think Ken has this one in the bag, please type exclamation point P space 3. If you think Kazuya Mishima has it, please type exclamation point P space 4. And this one is a little bit more split than the last one. And Thermal Pollution did sponsor Kazuya. It's true. Has the sponsor... That's a great news. Good word of warning for everybody. Obviously, those of you who follow along, Thermal Pollution almost always has his sponsor go out in the first round. But tonight it is Kazuya, and the majority of you seem to be on that side. So, 3-10. Ken, a little bit of an underdog in this matchup, you know, at least in terms of voting, maybe not in reality, but Gold versus Thermal Pollution. One of your sponsors will continue, one of them will go down. Who will it be? And that's 14 votes in. I believe Night Fox was our additional vote in this particular round. I'll give you guys a little bit of extra time in case anybody wants to switch it up, or if anybody new wants to join in, obviously it's as simple as typing in the chat. All right. Looking pretty stable at the moment. Okay, behind the 8 ball, gonna switch up the vote. Actually go for Ken in the end. So Ken pulling it back a little bit. We had 8-5 in the last one. Now it's 9-5. So similar ratio. Can Ken pull off a similar upset to Toon Link? Let's find out. Gonna close up predictions for match number 2. And we are not gonna skip this battle. We're gonna check it out. Ken. Ooh, Summit. Okay, interesting stage. Some potential stage hazard damage on this one, or honestly, not even hazards, but could just die to stage transitions, or stage morph, so you never know. Kazuya got to be a little bit careful here. Gold does may be biased, you never know. But people feeling pretty passionate one way or the other in this one. Ooh, a nice hit from Kazuya. Kazuya has done all the damage to Ken at the moment. Ken taking 72% damage. Ken's got to be able to recover, and he is going to get slammed by Kazuya. Actually out of the way of Snorlax. Could have been potentially a save, if you think about it. But so far, just Ken needs to do something. Needs to make something happen here. Kazuya finally taking a little bit of damage. There is some food that fell down as part of this stage. The assist trophy not going to land on the stage at all, so they will miss out on that particular opportunity. Kazuya trying to go for the spike on Ken, does not manage to land it, at least this time around. Okay, Ken gonna eat up a little bit of food. It doesn't do too much, but he's actually gonna jump into the icicle and take a lot of damage. So that's not great, not where you wanna be. The fish could come around and eat people. We've seen that happen a number of times. Pokeball up top, Ken's maybe thinking about it. That kick from Kazuya, maybe not enough to take him out. Pokeball to Kazuya, it's Chespin. The Seed Bomb maybe a little bit out of the way. Unless Ken's gonna jump into the Seed Bomb, which he will, and he will die for it, unfortunately. Very bad play from Ken, who is almost at his final smash, does not lose it, so it's not the end of the world for Ken. In fact, he could potentially get a KO here. Ken has the final smash, he's gonna use it, he's gonna land it. This may be Kazuya down. Will Kazuya get final smash before dying? No, the knockback is actually prevented by the stage. A very rare, useful opportunity here. Kazuya gonna do a lot of damage now that he's over 100%. He has final smash. He's gonna land it on Ken. Is this enough to take out Ken? He's on the edge of the map, and he goes straight through the stage barrier. And when it looks like Ken could have potentially pulled this one back, Kazuya gonna end with a 2-stock. So, ooh, no music at the end. Oh, there we go. Okay, that was a little bit creepy for just a moment. Yeah, bit of a sad performance from Ken. Not the end of the world for Gold, though. Obviously, even if your sponsor goes out, it is well within the realm of possibility that you could still win tonight. Can't Tekken the Heat. Stays out of the kitchen. Okay, so with that, Thermal Pollution ties Gamey Katie up in first place at the moment. Obviously, still, like I said, there's a lot of tournament left to be played. There's still 26 more prediction points to be had, so do not fret if your sponsor goes out early. But at the moment, Gamey Katie, Thermal Pollution, Gigantic Pingu, and Prince Anime all 2 for 2 at the moment, and we do have 4 people that are 0 for 2 in their predictions. So, on we move. Let's see how the leaderboard will shape up through our third match. This one's a little bit interesting. We should have multiple sponsors in this one as well, barring some prediction trickery here. Predict 5 for Rob, predict 6 for Bowser. or P if you'd prefer to do shorthand. Obviously, there we go. Gigantic Pingu with the Rob prediction and sponsor, as well as developer Rowan with the Bowser sponsor and prediction. I feel like Rowan usually sponsors Bowser, and honestly, can you blame him? Bowser has gone deep a number of times. Can he do it again tonight? Or will this pesky little robot stand in the way? All right. Well, we've got 13 votes in, waiting for potentially one more. There we go. We got 14 votes in. I'll give you guys obviously a little bit of extra time just in case anybody feels like switching it up. If not switching it up, maybe a late joiner. You never know. Still, like I said, plenty of time to win. Bowser is big. He is in fact big. That is a comment. That is actually something that not many people think about. And we do have another 5-9 split. Last time, the underdog did lose. Can Rob maybe find a repeat performance for Toon Link in this one? We'll have to find out. Predictions from this match are closed, and we are going to get underway right about now. All right, Rob versus Bowser. Team Galactic, this is just such a shout out to Pokemon TCG Pocket Spacetime Smackdown, am I right? Alright, so right now Rob, with an incredibly dominant performance to start this out, has Bowser at 50%, but Bowser obviously the heaviest fighter in the tournament, here to do a lot of damage in a short amount of time. And you know what? After saying that Rob had a strong start, it has been all Bowser at the moment. Gets Rob to 72, picks up the Pokeball. Rob not letting him deploy the Pokeball just yet. Bowser thinking about it. He's gonna get hit by the laser. That might take him out. It does. So he doesn't get the Pokeball down. And with an assist from Dialga, Rob is actually gonna get the first blood. But they are playing in the Blast Zone at the moment. They gotta be very careful. You don't want to be in the Blast Zone, especially against Bowser. A nice swing from the arm from Bowser, gets Ditto as well, so it should be 2 Bowsers versus 1 Rob. Rob in grave danger at the moment. And there goes Rob from the hit from Ditto Bowser. But regular Bowser actually no longer participating in this fight. Rob's got Final Smash available now. He's going to use it. This actually could take out Bowser if Bowser's not careful. This is going to be a lot of damage. This laser pushing Bowser out of the map, and Bowser is gone! No opportunity to use the Final Smash. And thanks to a well-timed Final Smash and a well-timed assist from Dialga in a fast matchup here, Rob is going to get the win. So that's great news for Gigantic Pingu, who does jump up into first place. Now, actually, the only person that's 3 for 3 in predictions, also worth noting. So, very interesting to see that. Gigantic Pingu off to a great start. Everybody else close behind at the moment. 3 people alive for the pity prize, though. So remember that if you're really feeling like you don't want to try for the grand prize, there's still obviously $10 on the line if you can manage to go 0 for 15. So with that, on we go to match number 4. Match number 4 is Richter versus Wii Fit Trainer. It's been a minute since we've seen Wii Fit Trainer suit up for a Smash Tourney tournament. For those of you that believe that Richter's got this, please type !predict space 7, or those of you that believe in Wii Fit Trainer, please type !predict space 8. I feel like it's almost a meme at this point, but I do feel like it's worth calling out that as far as Wii Fit Trainer goes, big fan of Wii Fit Trainer's Final Smash, at least within Smash Tourney. Has a very easy KO range if they fight along the side of the stage. That does not always happen, and it is very stage dependent, but I always think it's worth calling out. Other than that, Richter is heavyweight, and he can potentially pack a major punch up against Wii Fit Trainer. Maybe Wii Fit Trainer can hold her own, but you never know. Big money, big money. We do have Hyperactive BS, obviously, with the Richter sponsor as designated by the gold border over there on the Richter side of things. Wii Fit Trainer a little bit less support tonight than maybe past tournaments, but I mean it is a tough competitor for sure. And we do have 12 votes in, so if you have not yet made your prediction, make sure to do so now. And just a reminder, even if you feel like it's not going well at the moment, you can still win the consolation prize at the end, even if you don't manage to get pity or precision or any kind of prize. You can still win in random drawings. So we have another Richter sponsor in here. We do have an actual spider gonna drop the support for Richter as well. So that's 2 sponsors up against a sponsorless fighter, and now we have 13 votes in. Maybe looking for one more in case anybody else wants to drop in. I believe it's User Fifu that we're waiting on. We'll give User Fifu a minute, and then if User Fifu doesn't want to throw his vote in, that is okay, and on we will roll. All right, looks like we are good to move forward. So predictions for match number 4 are closed, and we are going to get right into this one about halfway through our first round with our 4th match in Richter versus Wii Fit Trainer. And we are on the Donkey Kong stage, so this one is always interesting. Not a lot of area. What kind of spider are you? Probably an actual one. Ooh, a nicely timed side B or side A from Richter there. Wii Fit Trainer has taken all of the damage. Richter has yet to get hit. Maybe we'll get hit by the little flame monster there. Maybe not quite yet. Wii Fit Trainer's got to be a little bit careful. Has to recover. She is able to recover, but still has yet to do any damage. There's a Pokeball at Solgaleo for Richter. This probably... No, okay, actually, Wii Fit Trainer with a nice dodge there. So Galio gonna try again. Gonna miss that time. What about third time? Third time is a charm, and it is 90% damage onto Wii Fit Trainer at the moment. She's gonna try to salute the sun. Or she's thinking about it anyways. There's another Pokeball down below. Actually, a Master Ball. Richter's got to be careful. Does manage to recover. Wii Fit Trainer does get Kyogre. This could actually blast Richter off the stage. There's nowhere for him to recover to. Oh, he actually can jump up. He goes vertical instead of horizontal. A great play from Richter. Unless he goes down too far and he's gone. So one legendary Pokemon actually ends up being particularly more effective than the other. And somehow, Wii Fit Trainer draws first blood in this matchup. There's an assist trophy, which is actually going to leave the stage during the stage morph. So Richter now on a much smaller stage, going to even up the score here. But Wii Fit Trainer has done her damage. Much closer to getting her final smash as well compared to Richter. So there is still hope for her yet, but look at her now. Now it's Richter that has yet to do any damage in this next stock. But there's an assist trophy. The soccer ball actually going to manage to hit Richter away, but not for long. He gets Dr. Wily. Alright, and for now, I mean, Wii Fit Trainer could potentially take a lot of damage here. She's got to get her final smash and get this job done sooner rather than later. Richter at 81%. Actually loses the assist trophy because of the hit from Dr. Wily and from Richter, but she manages to stay alive, and she has final smash available. Richter's about to get his final smash as well. Shovel Knight also makes an appearance for Richter, and Shovel Knight is gonna get the job done! Wii Fit Trainer elects not to use her final smash, and she will pay for it. So Richter, good news for those of you that sponsored Richter, and obviously for the 9 of you that did predict in his favor, you're going to get points on the board. And now Gigantic Pingu stays 4 of 4, and we do have Rowan and Behind the 8 Ball that are currently 0 for 4 for each of them. So there's still a lot of money still on the line. Shout out to Indie Devs, absolutely, completely agree. And on we go. We roll forward with this particular tournament. Gigantic Pingu still the one to catch, but Spider-Earth, Pollution, and Katie all right behind. As we go ahead with match number 5, we've got Link versus Palutena. Predict 9 if you think Link's got it. Predict 10 if you think that Palutena's got this one. This, of course, is an interesting matchup. We actually, I think, have seen Palutena win a tournament in the past, but Link was a very dominant fighter in Season 1 of Smash Tourney. Does he have what it takes to bring down Palutena? I say that. Look at the overwhelming support come in from these last few predictions for Palutena. That's like 6 or 7 straight for Palutena. Looking 8-5 at the moment. Prince Anime with that Link sponsor. Feeling pretty good about it, hopefully. Although the chat maybe not in total agreement at the moment. All right, get those votes in. We're looking for one more. One more, and then we will roll forward. Potentially looks like User Fifu again. I know User Fifu said he was taking his dog out. I don't know if he's still here and wants to drop that prediction. If so, now would be the time to do so. Or if any of you are feeling like changing it up, give you a couple extra seconds here. Alright, sorry User Fifu, hopefully you'll be here for next round if you are still interested in playing along. Otherwise, predictions for match number 5 are closed. Let's get right into this thing. Let's see who wins in this particular matchup, a similar split to all of the previous matches that we've seen. And of course, this is a very interesting stage to watch because there are very narrow and deep pits in this stage, which the CPUs tend to fight around. And Palutena using her vertical smash attack to actually do a lot of damage to Link. Well, I say a lot, but actually just a decent amount, whereas most other fighters would not be able to connect in that particular situation. And here we go. Now they're starting to play in the pit, like I was talking about. But they managed to escape for now. Alright, they're just kind of battling between recoveries here. Maybe both fight. Oh, the toadstool jump from Link is going to take out Palutena. Not a good start for either fighter, really, but a great move by Link there as we are going to stage morph. Palutena's going to hit the assist trophy out of Link's hands and get Shadow for herself. That's going to slow Link down. She needs to make a big comeback here. That's going to freeze up Link, but all she does is grab him and throw him, so not a great move. Could have potentially taken advantage of a side smash there. But for now, there's another assist trophy. This one is for Link, and it is Crystal from Star Fox. Going to make her first appearance of the night. And there we go with Palutena's toadstool jump on Link. He could not recover as a result. And Link had yet to do any damage to Palutena in her second stock. So now it is truly about as even as we're going to get. Both fighters about equally close to their final smashes, as well as we are going to stage morph back to a stage that didn't really do either of these fighters any favors. Palutena and Link both very, very close to final smash. They actually get it at the exact same time. Who will use it first? It looks like Palutena is going to land it first, and we've got Black Hole and Laser. Is this enough for the KO? It is! So a huge comeback from Palutena. Link just couldn't get the final smash off in time, and she was within KO range, but unfortunately for him, it is going to be Palutena moving on. Prince Anime, I believe, had that Link sponsor, and unfortunately, Link will go no further in this tournament, but Prince Anime may perhaps still go further in this tournament. And Gigantic Pingu is 5 for 5, and we only have one person left that is 0 for 5, and that is Developer Rowan. So Developer Rowan potentially thinking about that pity prize tonight. Pingu's got his eyes on the Precision prize. About a third of, actually literally a third of the way through in terms of what you need in order to get your perfect prediction streak, and it only gets easier in the future rounds. So on we go to match number 6. Okay, for this matchup, we've got a couple of goth guys, or seemingly goth guys. We've got Blue Shulk versus Dark Pit. If you believe that Shulk, well, I guess if you're really feeling it, and you think that Shulk's got this one, please predict 11. If you do think that Dark Pit's gonna win, please predict 12. We've seen Dark Pit a lot, and I really, you know, maybe it's an anecdote, but I will say, as a tournament runner for over a year now, I personally believe that the Switch somehow favors Dark Pit and Dark Samus more than any other fighter. I've re-rolled a lot of tournament brackets that have, because of their persistent inclusion within these tournament brackets, and sometimes you get a little bit tired of seeing Dark Pit. But he's here tonight, wants to win. And he's got 6 votes at the moment. 5 votes for Shulk. I mean, if I were a gambling man, of course I would put my money on Shulk, because I'm always really feeling it. Shulk perfectly describes me. Hyperactive BS is also really feeling it. We got 12 votes in, looking for potentially 1 or 2 more. At least 1 more. We'll probably get started if we get 13. Otherwise, I'll give you guys maybe about 20 more seconds, and then we will jump right into this matchup. Who is Shulk, and why does he describe you? Well, he's from Xenoblade, and he does say, I'm really feeling it. And he also says, now it's Shulk time, and I really feel like both of those things describe me. Alright, well, hopefully everybody's in that wants to be. Actually, let me make sure. Gigantic Pingu, do you want to drop your prediction? Because you are perfect right now, and I don't want you to miss out. Or maybe we've lost Gigantic Pingu, and then maybe that opens up a spot in the leaderboard for the rest of you. So Gigantic Pingu, make sure to get your prediction in. Alright. This could have potentially been the first 15 for 15, but we are going to, I guess, move forward without Pingu's vote on this one. So with that, predictions for match number 6. Oh, okay, hold on. I got you, buddy. Give me 1 second. Let me open it up again. You can type in your predictions. I'll let you switch it up. Behind the 8 ball, if you want to switch, you guys might have to type a second message and then go back in. Predictions are reopened, so get your votes in. All right, there's Gigantic Pingu. I don't know if you want to switch behind the 8 ball or if you're good sticking with 11. All right, well, we're gonna roll with it. We got all the votes in that we normally would, and let's get started with this one. All right, Super Mario Galaxy stage, of course, one of the rare curved stages in this game. Always makes for an interesting matchup, as this one's pretty close to 50-50 in terms of predictions. I would honestly say, that makes sense in terms of matchup as well, in my opinion, as Shulk's going to go for Shield Buster at the moment. Will it matter? Can he even get into Dark Pit's territory? Yes, he can. Actually did a lot of damage to Dark Pit with that attack. What Monado power is he going to channel next? Well, right now he's going to get Gray Fox. So Gray Fox and Shulk currently double teaming Dark Pit. But Dark Pit with a nice counter there onto Shulk. And actually, Shulk going to take out Dark Pit pretty convincingly. So Dark Pit close to Final Smash. Stage Morph could be in, and that's it! Shulk with a very fast win in that one. Dark Pit really stood no chance. So with that, it really is Shulk time. Shulk Blue is going to get the win. And of course, great news for Gigantic Pingu, who did sneak in that prediction at the last second. Also good news for Behind the 8 Ball, who did not manage to sneak in the incorrect prediction in that one. So this is where we stand through 6 matches at the moment. Gigantic Pingu still 6 for 6. Thermal Pollution, a rare 5 for 6. A good performance from Thermal Pollution so far. This is Developer Rowan's worst Smash 20 performance to date. Well, it was bound to happen at some point. Can Gigantic Pingu and Thermal Pollution maintain this lead that they've got? Or will an actual Spider or Gamey Katie potentially usurp them on the first place leaderboard in these last 2 matches? Because they're only 2 points behind, and that means 2 correct predictions could put you into first place depending on how Pingu and Thermal Pollution do. As we go over to match number 7, we do have Ike versus Duck Hunt. Young Ike, who actually looks like Marth, and it's probably going to confuse me throughout this tournament. So all I can really do is hope that Ike and Marth do not match up in the quarterfinals, because I will not know who is who. And we do have 2 sponsors for Ike as well. BP and Septo both believing in Ike. In this one, they both like Ike. And then we've got Duck Hunt with 1 sponsor, and that's Behind the 8 Ball. A risky sponsor, potentially, but this could pay off in a big way. There are a lot of points on the board here, potentially. Actually, 5 points available for Behind the 8 Ball in this round in particular. Nobody else really, other than Developer Rowan, feeling like Duck Hunt is going to win out on this one. Another vote for Ike. Okay, and Hyperactive BS is going to throw one more vote behind Duck Hunt, so it's not over. Back when I played Brawl, I thought Ike and Marth were brothers. So did I. To be completely honest with you, I absolutely thought the same thing. I did not at the time have any idea what Fire Emblem was, and to this day, I still have no idea what Fire Emblem is. So, in my headcanon, they're still brothers. And Lucina is their sister. And Roy is their brother. Everybody's just brothers. Everybody's one big happy family. All right, we got 11 votes in. If you have not yet made your prediction, make sure to do so now. We'll give you guys a couple extra seconds. Don't forget, obviously, we want to get those votes in. They're all nephews. All right, 12 votes may be the magic number moving forward. You never know. I don't know if it looks like User Fifu and Night Fox. Okay, Night Fox is going to sneak in the vote in the end after all. Great, happy to see that. Going to close up predictions for this one, and we are going to get started with match number 7, almost halfway through. Keep hanging in there. Can Gigantic Pingu run the whole gauntlet in this one is the question. Ike versus Duck Hunt, though, is our match number 7. On a stage with potentially a lot of stage hazards. Or at least stage damage. Ike already has Duck Hunt up to 46% damage. This music does not feel fitting for the stage whatsoever, but I'll trust. Oh, Ike's got to be careful. Is able to recover, but only barely. Alright, Duck Hunt still needs to do some damage to Ike. Is actually going to get a nice block there, but that hit from Ike is going to take Duck Hunt potentially out of range of the Pokeball. The counter from Ike as well means that Swirlix is going to make an appearance for Ike. Ike's going to take some stage damage, so is Duck Hunt, but Duck Hunt's finally going to jump up onto the platform there. Oh, wow, a well-placed bomb from Duck Hunt, but Duck Hunt's gone, and not after having done really any damage to Ike either. So here's another assist trophy for Ike. This time it's Claptrap, so Duck Hunt's going to have to deal with Claptrap and Ike at the same time. Duck Hunt actually starting to do a little bit of damage back to Ike, but obviously it's going to be a lot more difficult now that he has to dodge Claptrap as well, which he is not doing very successfully. Actually, Duck Hunt does have Final Smash available, could use it. Assist Trophy spawns in Ike's hands. And it is a Chain Chomp. Duck Hunt is going to get hit by the Chain Chomp, and that is it. Duck Hunt is out, and that was not even close, unfortunately. Not a good showing from Duck Hunt, but maybe what we've come to expect from Ike is he did have a pretty significant share of the vote in that one. Ike will move on, and will he end up playing against Marth? I kind of have a sinking feeling in my stomach that he will indeed. But we'll have to find out. Pingu is 7 for 7 at the moment, and Thermal Pollution not far behind. An actual Spider and Gamey Katie also still getting some points there at the moment. So lots of competition for the top of the leaderboard at the moment. All right, on we go. We got one match left in our round of 16 before we move on to the quarterfinals. Now we have to figure out who will take on Ike. Will it be Marth, who looks... Tell me that does not look exactly the same as Ike in what we just saw. Marth versus Wolf is our last matchup for this round. If you believe that Marth's got it, please do exclamation point predict 15. If you think Wolf's got it, exclamation point predict 16. All right, and it's actually Wolf with a pretty significant lion's share. Well, I guess we could say Wolf's share, but lion's share of the vote here. Jaguar with the Wolf sponsor as well. Only 3 people potentially going with... Oh, you know what? I say it, and now Marth's got that extra support. And it is worth noting that Thermal Pollution is on Marth and Gigantic Pingu is on Wolf. So either Thermal Pollution is going to jump up to tie Gigantic Pingu in first place, or Pingu is going to pull ahead and maintain 8 for 8. Throughout the first round, which is not something that we see often, but it is a great start for Pingu nevertheless. They look absolutely identical as someone who has no clue who they are. That's the thing. That's the thing. All right, and I believe that we've got everybody in. We got 13 votes registered at the moment, which I believe is everybody, so we will go ahead and close things up and get started with match number 8 between Marth and Wolf. Where are we headed? Ah, the Arms Stadium. All right. Maybe we'll finally see an appearance from Springman tonight, depending on how things go in this matchup. And right now, Wolf with a nice combo onto Marth, taking him up to 35, 44, 53%. Marth has yet to land any hit onto Wolf, and Marth trying to keep it that way with the counter, but actually still manages to take damage to Wolf there. Now at 81%, finally manages to land a hit, but actually Wolf's got to be a little bit careful. You don't want to play too far off the map here, as an assist trophy is going to come out. Marth's trying to put it down. Wolf not giving him an opportunity. He's going to steal it, and talk about punching. We do have Knuckle Joe, who's going to make an appearance for Wolf, and that punch from Knuckle Joe or from Marth might actually get the job done. Can Wolf recover? Marth is gone. Marth is gone, so Wolf at 54% does manage to stay alive and ahead for the second stock, but did not get rid of Marth's final smash, as we are going to stage Morph, and Marth is going to get a return KO. An incredible use of the final smash from Marth, and gets Bomberman, who we did just see as the hint text before this match. It's an assist trophy Bomberman, almost like the game knew what was going to happen. And Bomberman is here, and he's dropping bombs, and he's gonna potentially do a lot of damage to Wolf here, but not quite too much damage. Wolf has final smash. It is ticking down. Marth not really within KO range, but Wolf has to use it or lose it. Will he use it? It looks like he will not, so Wolf will not end up using his final smash, and will therefore not be able to use it in the same efficient way that Marth did. And Marth is now in the lead. There's an assist trophy as well. Marth's gonna hit Wolf away. Can Wolf recover? He grabs onto the castle, or to the ledge there, and he does manage to stay alive, but then Wolf is taken out by Black Knight, and somehow, against all odds, it was Marth that pulled out that win after doing 0 damage to Wolf for the whole first stock. But an incredible use of the final smash from Marth, and we will in fact be seeing Ike versus Marth in the quarterfinals. And with that, where does that leave our leaderboard? Gigantic Pingu loses out on that perfect prediction, but Thermal Pollution is going to jump up and now tie Gigantic Pingu as they vie for the first place prize tonight. Thermal Pollution on a 5-win streak at the moment. Looking pretty good for Thermal Pollution. Okay, with that, on we go. We roll right on ahead. We've got our second half of the tournament coming up here, starting with match number 9, and therefore the first match of the second round is Toon Link versus Kazuya. Now, this one, I'm not gonna lie to you guys, would not surprise me if we see a unanimous vote on behalf of Kazuya Mishima. Is it a fluke that Toon Link is here? I'm not sure. He did go up against Yoshi. There are harder opponents. I'm not sure, but developer Rowan is going to believe in Toon Link, and of course Gaming Katie has to support Toon Link, has the sponsor, felt lucky at the very beginning, and does believe in Toon Link. Toon Link is going to need a miracle to pull this off. Maybe he can make it happen, but it does not look good. Not looking good for Toon Link, and clearly the chat agrees. 9-3 split, 75% in favor of Kazuya in this one. Thermal Pollution hoping to go all the way. Interestingly, it is worth noting, Thermal Pollution and Gaming K, hopefully neither of them mind me saying this, don't tend to do super well overall in the leaderboard rankings. Tonight is going to be different for at least one of them. At least, you know, if Gaming Katie wins, her sponsor's in the semifinal, and same with Thermal Pollution, so potentially there's $30 on the line, which could go to a willing participant. Okay, 12 votes in, looking for potentially one more. Not sure who we're waiting on. Maybe, let's see. Night Fox, I don't know if you're still here. If you want to drop your prediction, make sure to do so now. Or user Fifu. If you're just chilling, that's okay too. Toon Link versus Kazuya. Maybe Toon Link has ping pong support, but is that good enough? Is that helpful enough? I'm not sure. We're going to close up predictions for match number 9, and we are going to get started. Here is the first of our 4 quarterfinal matches. We've got Toon Link versus Kazuya. Where are we headed?
3, 2, 1, go!
All right. Another stage with some pits. Maybe this is what Toon Link needs. You never know. Kazuya with a couple big hits on Link, and that is a nice throw, and oh, Toon Link's taking a lot of damage. He's gonna charge up his bow. He's wall jumping back up, and he manages to survive. Oh, that was a risky play from Toon Link there, but trying to use these pits to his advantage. Toon Link is able to get back up because Kazuya hits him up at the moment. There's a Pokeball. Kazuya's got it. What is it? It's Gardevoir. So not the end of the world for either of these fighters. It could be worse for Toon Link. Toon Link's bringing it back. Toadstool jump onto Toon Link. Toon Link has to use recovery, and Kazuya keeps jumping in and takes damage to the recovery here. Kazuya at over 100%. He's doing some massive damage now. Toon Link's going to have to be very careful how he approaches this. As another assist trophy going for Kazuya, and that's Yuri from Fatal Frame, so this is going to freeze up Toon Link. Not really the kind of assist trophy that Toon Link's going to want to play against, although he is in a good position to kind of block most of the damage, except for now he's stunned and Kazuya's going to take him out. So Kazuya at 107%. Toon Link looking for a return KO here, thinking about it, uses the up B aggressively, trying to get the KO. Toon Link, gotta be careful here, don't want to get hit out of the blast zone. We can't really see what's happening here. Kazuya gonna use the final smash immediately. Is this another two stock against Toon Link? It might be 99%. No, he's still alive, but only barely. Toon Link is gonna land the final smash during the stage morph here. This should get rid of Kazuya on his first stock, but Toon Link at 100%. And we are stage morphing to a home field advantage for Toon Link. At least to some extent, as there is an assist trophy which Kazuya is thinking about getting. He's got it, and it is Andros. So now Toon Link is in massive trouble. He has to figure something out, and it looks like he is not going to figure it out. Kazuya will move on. Toon Link, much to the chagrin of developer Rowan and Gamey Katie, will go down a little bit too early, maybe for their taste. But Kazuya does manage to pull out that win. Got a little bit sloppy, but managed to get the job done. And now we have 8 for 9 on Thermal Pollution and Gigantic Pingu, but obviously that sponsor win for Thermal Pollution, putting him up into first place, so he will surpass Gigantic Pingu at the moment. Gamey Katie now looking a little bit more in dire circumstances here, sitting in 4th place as opposed to 3rd place with that sponsor loss. But there's still hope. Obviously a lot of money left to be given out tonight. And on we roll with our next matchup. I'd be farming in that streak mode. It's true. It's true. We'll have to bring that back soon. It's been about a month, but we'll see. Okay, second quarterfinal matchup here. We do have Rob versus Richter. Now, this one is also interesting because we have a lot of sponsor points on the board for this one. 2 Richter sponsors and Gigantic Pingu with the Rob sponsor. Can Gigantic Pingu meet Thermal Pollution back up in first place? Or will this potentially be the downfall of Gigantic Pingu after such a strong start in the first round? Actually, almost everybody believing in Richter. Gigantic Pingu, the lone Rob supporter. Finally, Hyperactive BS believes in the robot, and so does developer Rowan. Always betting on the underdogs in this one. To a 2 of 9 score, unfortunately, for developer Rowan, but maybe that does not bode well for Gigantic Pingu and Hyperactive BS, or maybe it does. Who knows? We've got 12 votes in, still looking for those 2 potential extra votes if anybody wants to drop them in. We got 13. There we go. Looking pretty good. Also, welcome in, Mona Pizza. I just noticed that you're predicting along with us, so happy to have you here. Welcome in. Oh, and Hyperactive BS is going to switch allegiances here. Forgot Richter as your guy. Okay, I was wondering about that. So Richter for Hyperactive BS, unfortunately, has to go with his gut, or maybe against his gut on that one, because he did random Richter for his sponsor, but we'll see how this one goes. Only a situation in which Rob loses is when he's up against a 12-year-old getting snot all over the controller. Well, that could happen. That could happen here. Maybe that's who's controlling Richter in this one. There's only one way to find out, and that's by closing these predictions and getting started with match number 10. No snot talk, please.
3, 2,
All right. Norfair. Rob has potentially a little bit of a range advantage over Richter, but Richter is no stranger to ranged movesets. That was almost like a taunt dodge from Rob there. Rob still doing all the damage to Richter. Richter has done nothing so far. There we go. Finally, a little bit of damage back to Rob, but Rob really laying it in thick to Richter here. Assist trophy for Rob, Prince of Sable, going to be Rob's first assistant of the night, or of this round at the very least. Norfair Lava going to do a lot of damage to Richter, and Richter is going to actually get taken out. He can't recover. The lava level actually goes down, and Richter cannot take advantage of the stage to jump back up. So now Rob has almost an entire stock advantage, and we're on a tiny stage. Prince of Sable doing a lot of damage. There's a Master Ball as well. Richter may need to go for it if he has any chance in this one. He is thinking about it. No, he jumps into it. Rob's gonna get the Master Ball, and it's Victini. And Rob dies, but he gets the final smash on respawn because of Victini. It's masterfully played by Rob. Will he use the final smash here? This could finish the game, and it looks like it will. Richter getting bounced around. This laser gonna take Richter out. The blast zone so small on this stage, but a masterful gambit from Robert the Robot. And wow, look at him go. What an incredibly strong performance. The only reason he went down was because of the small stage on which we just saw them play. So Rob will move on. Rob into the semifinals up against Kazuya. So we will have Pingu versus Gigantic Pingu in the semifinals at the very least, which is going to be absolutely a very important one to watch. So let me mark Rob as the winner of that one before I accidentally jump forward. Gigantic Pingu will take the lead, and there we go. Thermal Pollution loses the streak on that one. Now goes -1 on that. Obviously was hoping against hope that Rob would lose out on that one, but it is Gigantic Pingu, currently 25 points. It really is a battle between Pingu and Thermal Pollution at the moment. That does not mean that we can't have a couple people jump up in our second half here, although, I don't know. So we have no Palutena sponsors, no Shulk sponsors. We do have 2 Ike sponsors, though. Septo and VP still looking to potentially claim their spot at the top. So that's what we got to watch moving forward. First of all, though, we do have a match with no sponsors in it. Which is important, actually, because it could differentiate the leaderboard, especially for those of you looking to claim your spot at the top. If you believe Palutena is going to win, please type !predict space 10. If you think Shulk is going to win, and you do think it is Shulk time, like I do, please type predict space 11. All right, 11 votes in. Currently, Palutena, a bit of a heavy favorite in this one. That's 12 votes in. 12 votes in. Palutena with 8 of those votes. You guys are maybe forgetting how dominant Shulk was over Duck Hunt Dog, but maybe Palutena is a different breed of fighter than Duck Hunt was, so maybe it won't matter in the end. But Shulk is really feeling it. Hyperactive BS also going to drop the vote for Palutena. So we do have a 9-4 split. That is 13 votes in, and I do believe that is everybody, but I'll give you a couple extra seconds in case you do feel like changing up your vote at all. And if not, we'll get started with our third of 4 quarterfinals. All right, with that, here we go. Let's see who wins in this matchup. Obviously, the least consequential of all remaining matchups, but consequential in the sense that it could earn some of you an extra point, especially those of you who believed in Shulk. If ever was a time to sponsor or to predict the underdog, now would be the time. Right now, nice air slash from Shulk, gonna do a little bit of damage. Obviously not a super strong fighter, all things considered, but unless he queues up the attack power, which we have not yet seen in this matchup, or actually I think in this tournament. Okay, Pokeball over on the left side of the stage. Shulk's going to grab it. He is going to put it down. It's Togedemaru, but not really in a position to hit Palutena. Can Palutena recover? Of course she can. She's got great recovery, as now she's going to do some return damage to Shulk here. Togedemaru actually going to land a hit on Palutena, but Shulk's going to hit Palutena out of it. And a nice counter from Shulk as well, going to bring Palutena up to 82%. She's going to grab the assist trophy. This time she's got Girahim as well. So Shulk's got to be a little bit careful. Does manage to dodge that one. Has the speed power at the moment. But a nice counter from Shulk. Actually going to not go down to Girahim as a result. Really well played by Shulk after all. Got Shield Buster power out as well. Staryu for Palutena. This could potentially prevent Shulk from recovering. Is Staryu going to push him out? It might. Unless he can finally recover. Can he recover? He cannot. He's going to lose the final smash as well, which means that it is Palutena with 2 stock. Oh, Shulk is maybe going to get a free kill there. Does not actually get the kill. Pokeball for Palutena as well. It is Obama Snow. Please let us see those Obama Snow emotes in the chat, as we do have Obama Snow coming out for, it actually doesn't matter, because Obama Snow is going to do nothing, as Shulk is going to get the return kill as soon as Palutena gets her final smash, so she will not have an opportunity to use it either. Shulk actually getting pretty close to getting it back, and Shulk gets 0, so here's a sword fighter that's going to do some serious work on his behalf, as he's going to take advantage of the speed power at the moment. Final smash is available. He's going to use it. He's going to land it. Palutena is in trouble. Can Shulk get the job done here? Sits down. Oh, absolutely. Shulk with a convincing end to that matchup with help from Zero and some other Xenoblade members. Shulk, the underdog, gonna get the win on that one. And where does that put us on the leaderboard at the moment? Gigantic Pingu, Thermal Pollution now tied 9 for 11 in precision between the two of them, and they are at 26 points. It is all gonna come down to, can Ike make a deep run into this tournament to potentially give Septo and VP a chance to take down these two juggernauts at the top of the tournament bracket tonight? We'll have to find out. We've got one more quarterfinal matchup to see if that's gonna happen. That quarterfinal matchup is, of course, this brotherly matchup, or nephewly matchup, as Gigantic Pingu, I believe, said, between Ike and Marth, and it's up to you to determine who's going to win this one. Gooner victory. Gooner victory. All right, so if you think that Ike is going to win this one, please predict 13. If you think Marth's going to win this one, please predict 15. Developer Rowan's liking Ike. Battle of the Nephews. They are each other's nephews also as well. All right, 6-3. Currently, Ike getting a decent share of the vote. Obviously, Ike is a heavier weight fighter than Marth is, but not by too much. And they do have I shouldn't say they have similar movesets, but you know, they have kind of similar play styles at the very least. Ike's got a bigger sword. And let that sway you if it must. All right, 11 votes in, looking for 1 or 2 more, and then we will get started with our last quarterfinal matchup. There's one, looking for potentially 1 more. Is anybody else going to throw a vote behind Marth? We have seen how the underdog could potentially sway things. Thermal Pollution looking to differentiate himself from everybody else. A win here for Marth would be great news for Thermal Pollution, because it will put him up above Gigantic Pingu, and the Ike supporters will not move forward, but Gigantic Pingu siding with the Ike supporters on this one, maybe in terms of overall expected performance. Going with the crowd on this one, 9-3. We're going to close up predictions for this matchup, and we are going to get started. Who will be taking on Shulk in the semifinals? It's not the size of the sword, but sometimes it also is. It's true. All right, Pac-Land. Our favorite moving stage that just looks really bad. Can either of these fighters take advantage of the moving stage, the blast zone? We've seen it happen before. Will it happen tonight? All right, so far, assist trophy for, I think that was Marth, and it is Bomberman, so Ike could take some damage here, although who can really tell? Ike is going to take a lot of damage from Bomberman there. Bomberman actually putting bombs up on top of the house now, so you could probably consider that domestic terrorism. Ike going to take damage to the bomb at the very edge, so it's not looking great for Ike right now, but he jumps into an assist trophy. Will he have time to set it down? He will indeed. I don't know who it is. Marth almost takes Ike out, but Ike manages to survive because of the stage slide. As we do have Dr. Kawashima, who makes his appearance. The 10s will explode and can potentially do a lot of damage, and that is going to do a little bit of damage to Ike, to Marth, pardon me. And now we are all tied up. Okay, there's, I believe, a Pokeball over on the right side of the stage. If either fighter wants to go for it, it could be the making or breaking factor of this matchup. But right now, Ike has done a lot of damage to Marth in this second stock. Ike has Smash available right now. He's going to miss, which is really bad news because we saw Marth's final Smash get a very low HP KO in the last matchup that Marth was in. Can he land this? He can, and Ike is gone. Oh boy, so it really does come down to this semifinal matchup between Gigantic Pingu and Thermal Pollution. Barring some crazy outcomes here, it is going to be Marth that is moving on. Now let me make sure I mark the correct one because I really am struggling looking at this management screen here. But with that, Gigantic Pingu is now in second place. Thermal Pollution positioned himself 1 point ahead by going with the underdog on that one. The Eevee hit made for his final smash hit there. It's true. The tackle was really strong. It worked out. All right. Well, with that, I guess on we go. We got this next matchup is probably going to determine the outcome of the night because I don't know that anybody can catch Thermal Pollution or Gigantic Pingu on this one. Potentially, Thermal Pollution could still catch Gigantic Pingu depending on the outcome of the final ones. But it's, you know, Thermal Pollution's looking strong right now, but it does come down to this. It does come down to this. Which of their sponsored fighters is ultimately stronger in this tournament? Is it going to be Kazuya or Rob? Rob has managed to take down some pretty significant foes. He took down Bowser. He took down Richter. He's looking to take down Kazuya Mishima. Is this Rob's night? Or is Kazuya here to take out another 2-stock victory on his perhaps unwitting foe? Right now, chat feels pretty split. 5 votes per at the moment. All right. Get those votes in. We're looking for maybe about 2 or 3 more. Remember, every vote that you make, even if you're out of the running for this grand prize of $30, we have a $10 consolation prize, which is what our normal grand prize is. So you could definitely still win a little bit of cash tonight, and just for playing along at home. Is he okay? He's got gashes everywhere. I'm not sure. You didn't have to ask him yourself. All right, give you guys maybe 10 more seconds. And then we'll get started with this one. I don't want to hold it up too much longer. Obviously, we kind of know who it's coming down between, so we might as well get ahead with this one. Obviously, I still want to give out the consolation prize to whoever wins, but $30 on the line for one of these 2 folks right here, Thermal Pollution or Gigantic Pingu. Who will it be? It looks like we're about to find out. Pingu's got this, as Rowan. Well, we'll see. We'll see. Kazuya is a pretty strong fighter. And of course, this stage is very interesting. The pillars here block a lot of knockback. So really, this could go either way. So far, Kazuya has done 55% damage to Rob, but Rob finally going to do a little bit of return damage with his laser here. But will it be enough? Kazuya playing, you know, a pretty safe game at the moment, getting in punches where necessary. Rob not looking quite as good as he has in past matches as a Metroid. Gonna do some damage to Rob here. Take Rob to almost 100%. And there we go. Rob is flying up top. And Kazuya with the up spike actually gonna take Rob out right away. So not a good start for Rob at the moment. Kazuya, though, looking good. 55%. Can Rob make the comeback happen here? We have an assist trophy for Kazuya. It's Claptrap. Rob has a lot to deal with here. Is going to get his final smash soon. He has it now. Will he use it? He will. He wants to dodge a lot of the Claptrap damage here, as well as potentially get out Kazuya's first stock, which he won't even manage to do. Kazuya manages to live through it, and Claptrap doesn't go down either, unfortunately, and that was a nice edge guard move as well. Rob now at 68% has the assist trophy. It's Gray Fox, but that spike is going to take Rob out, and as foretold, Kazuya going to get the 2-stock over Rob, and really it wasn't even close in that particular matchup. Rob just couldn't get the job done. Kazuya will move on, and that might put Thermal Pollution too far ahead for anybody to catch, so that is worth watching. But I do think we may have our $30 winner of the night in Thermal Pollution in one of the strongest performances we've ever seen. I may have given him the script beforehand. I didn't know the Claptrap makes the Diddy KO sound. I didn't actually notice that either, but that is very interesting. Okay, well, we got 2 matches left. We might as well see how it plays out. Can Thermal Pollution go 13 for 15 and maybe tie the greatest score that we've ever had? We've got Shulk versus Marth as our second semifinal matchup. One of them will take on Kazuya. Who is better suited? I'm not sure that either of these guys can take down Kazuya at this point. 10 votes in. That's what we had last time. Looking for a couple more in case anybody wants to throw their votes in. There we go. We got 11. Gold gonna switch it up. Now believing in Marth. All right, looks like that might be everybody that we're gonna have for this one, and I don't really see a sense in delaying the inevitable anymore. So let's head on and see the outcome of this particular matchup. Who will take on Kazuya in the final matchup here? Shulk versus Marth.
3, 2, 1, go!
Alright, Marth was obviously able to take down Ike. Can he take down another sword fighter? Right now, Shulk has done all the initial damage. Using the air slash, but a lot of coins collected, actually, for both of them. They're about even. 38 now for Marth, 32. Really, the coins don't matter all that much, but we'll see if it could potentially end up. Look, they're both countering each other. Both going for counters. Now, Shulk's got Crystal, her second appearance of the night. Oh, and Marth positions himself very poorly and is punished for it. Goes down on low percentage HP. And look where we're at. We're at Windy Hill Zone. Actually, I don't know that that's what this is. That's probably not what it is. Maybe it is. Who actually knows? But this is the... I was playing music from Windy Hill Zone at the beginning, but it's... I don't know. Who knows what I'm talking about? I don't. I'm not a Sonic fan. I'm sorry. But as we go here, Shulk at 56% damage. Marth looking to get the job done in reverse sweep fashion here. Okay, Shulk able to recover. Any damage Shulk can do here is beneficial. He's gonna walk up to the assist trophy, grab it, and it's the Arcade Bunny. We see Arcade Bunny infrequently, but we did see him last week get a KO. Is that enough to get the KO? We got another KO! It's a 2-stock again! So both of our semifinal matches ended a 2-stock, and it is Shulk time, baby! Now it is Shulk time. Shulk time versus Kazuya. That is gonna be our finals matchup here. Shulk will get that win. Thermal Pollution goes 11 for 14, so does not manage to get the absolute highest thing that we could. 2-stock Tuesday. Oh my god, Prince Anime, you're so right. Okay, and with that, right, Thermal Pollution is going to clinch his win, and on we go. Let's check out this final matchup. Can Thermal Pollution, did he get the correct sponsor for once from randomly typing it in the chat? Don't feel dumb, changing my vote. Or don't I feel dumb changing my vote. Well, it happens, but you know, for all intents and purposes, your votes just matter towards the consolation prize at this point. And that is the case for everybody in this one, except for Thermal Pollution, who will be going home with the grand prize. This is just for bragging rights in the end. Can Kazuya defeat Shulk, or is it Shulk time? Nobody's believing in Shulk except for Gold. Only Gold believes that Thermal Pollution sponsored incorrectly, I should say. There we go. Septo's finally going to throw a little bit of support behind our swordsman in this matchup. It's not wholly one-sided. It's not Gold versus the world. It's Gold and Septo versus the world. Yeah, I don't think we've ever had a clear winner prior to the penultimate matchup before. I mean, it's pretty rare that after a semifinal matchup we know. But, I mean, that's what happens when people double up on sponsors, right? Like, we had multiple Richter sponsors, multiple Ike sponsors, and those did not pan out. Maybe sometimes it's not such a bad idea to spread the love a little bit. Shulk has no sponsors. Shulk has this. He's really feeling it. Gold knows exactly what he's talking about. And with that, we are going to close up the predictions for match number 15. And then we will give out some money to Thermal Pollution and to one of you lucky viewers. But first,
2, 1, go!
Super Mario 64. Alright, Shulk does take a bit of damage early from Kazuya, but is able to return it with the air slash, as we've seen him do a number of times in this tournament tonight. He's probably going to have to take advantage of his Monado powers, though, if he wants to stand a chance in this matchup, because every punch, every kick from Kazuya is about 15% onto Shulk, and that's really not where you want to be. Kazuya's going to back up into the Pokeball, get Zoroark. This could potentially... Oh, actually, nice block from... oh, nope, not going to block it the second time, though. And actually, Kazuya's going to do damage to Shulk while he's getting hit by Zoroark, and that move never KOs, but it manages to KO off the bumper. So an incredibly well-timed move from Zoroark there. Lucky stage positioning. Kazuya is looking to take this one home, maybe in another two-stock fashion. Shulk has Final Smash available, may need to use it to have any chance to get back into this thing. Will he use it? He is going to use it, and he will land it. Is this enough to get the KO on Kazuya, though? 82%, is this enough for the KO? 90%, that will take Kazuya out. So Shulk is not dead just yet. He's still alive for the time being. But Kazuya doing some pretty big hits to Shulk there, and now Kazuya has Final Smash available. Shulk is going to need to desperately dodge this thing if he has any chance to survive. And he is! Whoa, what a nice air dodge from Shulk there. So there's still hope for this kid. All right, we're stage morphing back. This stage did not go so well for Shulk the first time around. He's looking to change things up. He's got the speed power now. This throw from Kazuya gonna not... Oh, the spike saved by the moving platform underneath. So Shulk's somehow still in it. He's still in it. He's got jump power. He's doing something. Dodges the big punch from Kazuya, 56%. Shulk, you gotta make something happen here. The assist trophy's gonna fall down. Smash power is available for Shulk. Can he get a hit here? He's thinking about it. No, the punch from Kazuya will get the job done, and Shulk was not in fact feeling it in this one. Kazuya Mishima will get it done, and finally, after how long has it been since Thermal Pollution got a win in Smash Tourney? That happens tonight, and with that, Kazuya takes the win. Thermal Pollution 12 of 15. Oh, Thermal, you can't defer the prize. Well, okay, you can defer the prize. I appreciate that, but you know what that means, guys? That means next week we're going to have a $40 prize for the grand prize. So you guys will definitely want to tune into that one. Thank you very much to Thermal. Let me switch over to the game screen real quick as we can see Kazuya's celebration. You did win some consolation prizes recently, but really, you're very much entitled to the money. With that, though, we do have Thermal Pollution with that win. Look at that sponsor, or with that sponsor win for once. Usually a sponsor goes out in round number 1. Mona Pizza got one right. Hell yeah. But yes, thank you so much. Oh, Risto, welcome. You got here right at the very end. I'm so sorry. But those of you who don't follow Risto or don't know, he was playing some Monster Hunter Wilds earlier today. It was very fun. It was actually the first time I've watched that gameplay. So shout out to Risto. Other than that, Thermal Pollution, congratulations to you. But as you deferred, that means next week's prize will be $40. $40 on the line next week. And with that, we'll honestly move right over here to the raffle. Let me pull up my control screen here. You guys know the deal. For every prediction that you made throughout tonight's tournament, you'll have one entry into the tournament, meaning that, or into this consolation prize raffle, meaning you can have up to 15. The only person not eligible is Thermal Pollution, who is deferring his grand prize, but everybody else is potentially alive for this $10 raffle. Let's figure out where we stand with this one. Without further ado, we're ticking down. Let's see. We've got, Hyperactive BS or Behind the 8 Ball. Hey, Behind the 8 Ball, congratulations. Are you here, though? Let me make sure that you're still here. You didn't tap out early. If you're here, let me know, and I will get you your consolation prize win. Also, Risso, no worries at all. Don't worry about it at all. You can always join the Discord if you want to get pinged. Woo! All right, Behind the 8 Ball, I will get you your $10. Congratulations to you. Let me mark you as the winner here. Of the raffle at the very least, and then let's head back over to this post-game screen. But yeah, Risto, if you want to join the Discord, feel free. Otherwise, also, I totally get it. You're obviously very new here, and you're more than welcome to not join the Discord just yet. Exclamation point Discord. If you are feeling so inclined, I'd ping when we go live there. Sometimes I post the tournament early as well, in case you want to get your sponsor in case you can't be here right when the tournament starts. And that is what we did tonight, in case anybody is not in the Discord and wants to be. Like I just said, it's not the most active Discord, I will not lie to you guys, but at least it can let you know when we're going live with tournaments and what the brackets are beforehand. So Thermal Pollution, congratulations to you. Behind the 8 Ball, congratulations to you. Thank you all for participating in this one. And with that, let me pull up Twitch here. Unless anybody has anybody in particular that we can raid, let me take a look through my list, and we'll potentially we'll head over to somebody. Let's see. Let's see. Let's see. Honestly, Foof is live, Donkey is live. Oh, we can't raid Donkey again. I'll feel too bad if we raid another big streamer. We're gonna raid Baby Bird Babs, okay? Baby Bird Babs, they're a huge supporter of Gigantic Pingu's stream. It's about time that we show them some love. So for those of you that don't mind, please just say hi to Baby Bird Babs, and then feel free to go on your way. But of course, I'd appreciate a little bit of support from the community if you are so kind to just say that you're here. And thank you all for tuning in today. And next week, we will do a $40 tournament. So definitely be here. I do have to announce I will not be streaming the week after. So if we end up deferring again, it won't be for, you know, a couple weeks, but I have to, I'll make my little announcement next week, as to why I won't be here the following week. But next week, $40 tournament. I'll see you guys at 7 p.m. Central next Tuesday. Thank you all for tuning in. Say hi to Babs for me, and take it easy, everybody. Bye-bye.